I think we're about ready to kick things off. I gave a recap in the Discord. I don't know if you guys want me to read through it or anything like that, or you just want to jump right in and let the mayhem begin.
We're using the initiative we have shown on the tracker now.
Yeah, we did roll that.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back to double check a lot of things. Like there was Luna gets to know one other thing about the water elemental. And since Naz isn't here, if you guys think of a question about the water elemental, I'll answer that. Otherwise, you know that it's DR5 across the board.
Got a box here that says campaign setup. Can I just close it?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, you can get rid of that stuff. As far as the Arthur knows that his mind-affecting spells won't work on it. Avis knows that any poison she might use, and Joe knows any poison she might use would be ineffective. And
So mind-affecting things?
yeah, like you can't charm it, you can't scare it, you can't put it to sleep, that kind of stuff.
But does it have feelings that can be hurt?
Probably not.
Okay.
No, because emotion is mind affecting. It is immune to that type of trauma.
So biting words will not work. Got it.
Is what's the very top line of biting words? What's the is it? It's an enchantment. Is it mind affecting?
That's a good question.
Should be
applying it would. It doesn't make sense that it would work, even if it does say.
Let's see here. Biting words is. It's an evocation, language dependent, and sonic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it does say it can do slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing. So.
Well, it's not. I think the idea is that's not biting words and that it hurts your feelings. I think the words physically harm you.
Yeah.
I think that's what's meant to be.
Let me see what languages it speaks.
Yeah, the words themselves cut you.
If you can figure out a way to make the words in the language that it can understand, because it does have language.
Right, yeah. If it does say language dependent, then that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, it is language dependent.
Yep.
All right, so we've got let's see here. We've got Velkeen is we'll just set the scene for everybody. It's an alleyway in the Marsh district of Lankhmar, which is it's the most rundown part of town. If you live in a major American or Canadian city, the streets are full of drug-addled homeless people, and things are kind of crazy out there, and everything's kind of run down, and there's garbage strewn around and stuff like that, then you know this part of town. But this is the Fantasy City equivalent of it. They've just come out of a drug den with some information that they're about to act on when a sinister force is attempting to stop them from doing so. So they get out to the alleyway, and as they're just kind of talking to one another and, trying to figure out which way to go physically in the city, that's north. This should take us to here, and what little plans do we have? And they're kind of walking down the stairs and filling into this alleyway. One of the large puddles in the cobble just rises up as just forms up into almost like a humanoid wave of water. And then there's some, you can hear some chanting from the rooftop, and kind of like a foul, guttural, almost otherworldly voice from the roof. And Joe notices that, and he begins to make his climb up the roof, which I believe was going to be his first action. I think that's what he wanted to do. So it's 15 feet. So he gets 13. He gets about 25 feet up on the wall. Luna kind of looks back over her shoulder. And Velkeen, as you're walking through this area of town, this little... let me send out the map to everybody before we... So this area here is between an old abandoned courthouse to the south, which is quite a large stone structure. And there's a lot of ramshackle buildings to the east and the west. To the north, there is said drug den called Rook's Roost on the second, third, and fourth floor of an oddly shaped building. There's a fairly wide culvert that runs through this area, and far to the southeast, you can make out in a field, there is the kind of disassembled area where a gallows used to stand in front of the courthouse. But that's not really in play at this little juncture. And there is a bridge over the culvert, stone bridge. The culvert itself is probably about 4 or 5 feet deep. There is a 10-foot. It's 5 feet deep in the water. The water itself is 5 feet deep, and it's about another 10 feet deep. 10 feet on a diagonal down into the water. The slope is pretty severe in some places. So it's about 15 feet from the actual base of land to the bottom of the water, should that come into play. And Velkeen, as you're walking through this area, for whatever reason you're walking through this area, I don't know anything about your character's motivations or anything like that, but on the roof, I'm going to get you to make a perception check for me. So on your sheet for Velkeen Silverleaf, open her up, and under skills, you'll see perception. When I say under skills, I mean the tabs on the right-hand side of the character sheet.
Okay, I'm looking for it. I found skills. I'm looking for perception.
Yeah, you scroll down for perception. And then where you see total,
okay,
the total plus 13, and there's a little dice in the corner. It's hard to see, but just double-click on the plus 13, and that'll roll your perception for us. Okay, so you see, it's nighttime. It's around 8:30 at night. The sun's been down for about an hour and a half. It's always misty and foggy in Lankhmar. It's kind of old Londonish. Kind of this type of year, it's kind of cool and everything's always gray. You've got this area, Rook's Roost, up ahead. And you can see a fairly large group in an alleyway to the north. And that alleyway leads out to one of the major streets in Lankhmar, which I believe is Hazy Street. The atop of Rook's Roost, you can see a extremely frightening looking creature. Something you've probably never seen before. I will it's standing on the roof, and it's chanting in a completely foreign tongue, and its chant echoes throughout this whole area. You've got one of the group in the alleyway seems to be climbing up the edge of the building. There's a bunch of different handholds and stuff like that. It's the building's made of stone and wood. He's about 25 feet up the wall. He looks like he'll crush the roof in a few seconds. For your angle, you can also see what appears to be a young woman. up ahead, but you know that there's more because you can hear calls and shouts.
Okay.
And the way we, I don't know if this is exactly how to do it, but the way we've been doing it in this game is the eidolons and the animal companions and stuff like that roll their own initiatives, and they can kind of act independently of the characters.
Okay.
There's another game that we do it where everybody goes on the same turn kind of thing, but just to kind of mix things up a little bit. So Velkeen, you can, I think your movement is 30. You can also have a shot at, you've got an angle.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at him.
You can take, let's see, several if you want. I believe you've got multiple attacks. Let's see what the, okay. I just want to see what the distance is. 50 feet plus 50 feet and 35 feet. Who's good with Pythagoras theorem? Let's call it 65 feet.
It's Pythagoras. Got his name on it. So
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So let's see here.
What were the numbers again?
50 and 35.
50 and 35?
Yeah.
Plus, right, A squared. You hit me with this Pythagoras theorem, and my brain short-circuited.
It's going to be damn close to 60 feet.
I'd say 65, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
61.
Is it really?
0.032.
Okay, we'll call it 60 feet. If you want to make a full attack, you could step forward 5 feet and still make a full attack in your round, Velkeen. If you want to move closer, you might lose the angle. Are you able to move your mini? You see the map that I put up with?
Yeah, I see the map.
Okay, so click on your mini. And then either the arrows or just drag to the next square, whatever square you want to do. If you're moving 5 feet, you can go diagonally or straight ahead. If you go diagonal 2 squares, it counts as 15 feet instead of 5 feet. Okay. So I've got you targeted. The way to target is you first click your mini, and then you hit control, and then you click the mini that you want to target. And you'll see on the combat tracker, you just untargeted them. That was because I had them targeted for you. But if you do the same thing again, you'll have the frog like, there you go. And you go to you would think intuitively you would go to combat on your sheet, but that's not the case. You go to actions, the actions tab. And then, let's make sure I've got this correct. 2 attacks. Do you have rapid fire? Rapid shot. Do you want to do a rapid shot or no?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put that effect on. So that'll give you a third shot at -2. All your shots are at -2, but the third to give you an extra shot. So now on.
Okay.
I'll take care of that for you till we get a little more well-versed in how things work on here. So you see on the actions tab, see where it says composite longbow?
I'm still on abilities. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, you got to go down to actions on the tab on the character sheet.
Okay, now I'm there.
Okay, so if you just click the first attack, so you see composite longbow, and then you'll see like a little sword kind of deal with some swingy.
Yeah, it says attack plus 10.
Yeah, that's the one. If you just click that,
Uh-huh.
it should automatically do everything for us. Okay, so we've got a miss, and then one more time, because you get an extra attack at your full bonus. You click the, nope. We'll cancel that one. The third one over, you see attack 10, and then you see damage, and then the next one over, attack plus 10. Click that one.
All right.
There we go. There's a hit. So now you roll the damage, which is the red box. Okay, so third shot is perfect. And it gets this creature right in the chest, but the arrow just deflects away. Doesn't seem to have done it any harm at all. Now, in your adventures, when you see that, you know that's trouble.
Yeah.
Everybody in the alleyway can give me a perception check.
Is there a knowledge check he can roll to explain why that happened for him?
It's really unfortunate as max damage is unable to hurt it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Oh, nice roll for somebody. We're doing perception, you said?
Yeah. So just a little, just a
Me as
little
well?
common knowledge. Your character would know that certain materials can only harm strange and foreign creatures. Some creatures need silver or like cold iron or...
Remember, we gave you 10 or cold iron arrows and silver arrows for this purpose.
So which one did I just shoot?
We started. I would
a
imagine you
mundane
start
arrow.
off with normal arrows.
Yeah,
Okay.
shot
Now
a
you-
mundane arrow at it.
Yeah. Now you know what you got to use one of those others.
All right, so I would like to try cold iron.
Okay. We can do that next round because your turn is up.
Okay.
It was a good first turn, though. So Arthur and Asami see something distracts the creature on the roof, and an arrow deflects, like kind of falls down from the roof. It's broken. See maybe the head of the arrow is kind of crushed or kind of bent. And
Tommy just assumes Luna did it because
she's a wizard.
that's right.
So Bakai.
I'll try it again with my mic on. So, do I remember if that elemental is averse to mundane weapons?
You know that doesn't matter. You know that the group knows that doesn't matter what kind of weapon, it's still going to be DR5, even if it's magic.
Okay. Can
It's
she
nature
see?
itself that, prevents that damage.
Okay, and then she doesn't have magic arrows. All right. They changed the action things. I don't have a list of what things do anymore. All right, she's gonna pull out her sword.
Okay.
Take a step forward. Is that an action to yank the sword, or I don't know? If she
No,
yanked the
you
sword
can
out
you
or
can
not.
yank the sword as you do your 5-foot step and then do a full attack.
All right.
Yeah, they did change. Does she have multiple attacks?
She does
Let's
not.
see here. Combat.
No.
Okay.
It's a single attack.
Okay. Okay.
It's because
Don't
for
Eidolons
flavor,
have-
That's right. For flavor, you took some stuff.
I took a dip into something else to lean into the dream bit, which set me back a little bit.
Right, yeah. You need a 6 BAB to get your first attack hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you didn't, though, she still wouldn't have +6. I don't think. Be +5.
Eidolons have it equal to their hit
Well-
dice, don't they?
She critted.
Yeah. There we go.
I only have 5 levels into it right now.
So if you had
let's see.
6.
Her
Yeah,
BAB.
Their BAB is their level. Actually, no,
4.
it's...
No, it's one less.
It's one
I
less.
think
It's like
they're
a
at
cleric. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
one... I see, it's 1/3. Never mind.
All right. Well, evidently I got a crit.
Let's find out if the critical hits work.
Not quite one.
Apparently they do. Well,
There you go.
apparently
She
not.
slams into it with its 5 DR. That should do a little bit of damage.
It does 8 points of damage.
What?
Yeah, I don't think they're
20?
immune to critical hits. So
I think, aren't they?
so the 6, 11.
Okay, the great sword is a 2d6 plus 6. So if you
2d6.
take just the black dice, that's 7 plus 6 is 13, minus 5, 8.
Yeah,
I mean, it
that's it.
wouldn't have already calculated itself.
Yeah, it's already got it built in with all the. So that's the other thing that you know. It's immune to crits. And it probably can't be flanked either.
Damage in that sense.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
rip rogue.
Buckeye feels like spitting at it, but realizes it's a water elemental and that may heal it. So she moves on.
Okay. I'll click you down,
Oh.
Zed.
All
Zed.
right, let's see. It has been such a long time. Let's see here. What do I?
That's another thing, Keith, too. On the combat tracker, when you want to pass your turn to the next one, at the very bottom, there's a little arrow down between, I don't know what that is, right beside menu, and it says next.
Where's the combat tracker?
So tool, and then the cross swords is the combat tracker. That little arrow down is then at the very bottom, right beside menu. You see a little down arrow. That's the next actor.
I'm
Okay.
5 foot away. It's maybe a pointless thing. Let me target it. I'm going to try an acid splash. I doubt it'll do anything, but we'll see. Oops. Hold on. I think that was the cast thing. Where's the...
Are you doing that defensively?
Well, I took a 5 foot. Does he have a 10-foot reach?
He sure does.
Oh, I didn't think about it. So I guess the answer is no. Take your AO.
All right.
I thought I was invincible.
It's a miss. With
I'm
a 3.
invincible. All right, so then I cast.
Yeah. And that's a hit.
And I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That's okay.
Here's the damage.
4 points.
Boom.
Nice.
Okay, and that's acid.
And that's full damage. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right. So let's see here.
I rolled dice.
So the creature hops down from the higher roof down to the 30-foot roof. And as Jin is climbing up, it, much like its pitcher, spits out a big glob of green acid-like substance. All right. So that covers Jin for a moment, and he has to make a will save. The good thing is, if he falls asleep and falls and hits the pavement, he'll wake up. Okay, so he fails to save. So this stuff kind of coats him, gets in his face, and he just kind of goes limp for a moment and just tumbles down and smashes off the building and then hits the ground. 4. Eight points of damage. And he kind of comes out of a stupor from the force of hitting the ground. The translucent water creature, surrounded by targets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pick a square, Sami. I'll let you go. 1 back 1 or 1 forward 1. Whatever. Okay. That's the one I would have chosen. You're still within its range, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Asami's 1, Luna 2, Zed 3, Bakai 4, Arthur 5, and Avis 6. 3. So 1, 2, 3. Zed again. Angered at his initial miss and feeling the sting of acid, the first one kind of misses and crashes into the building. Pretty good force. The second one slams Zed up against it.
Or how much?
13 points.
Ouch. Okay.
Yeah, I calculated automatically.
Okay.
Avis draws out her Kopesh. And does she have anything like power attack or anything like that? Combat casting. No, okay. Wizard BAB +4. Yeah. All right. She does about the same amount of damage as a Bakai. So you're making some inroads. Arthur, in the teeth of the dragon, what do you do?
I have a few ideas, but they depend on line of sight. Can I see this creature?
Yes, you can
This
now.
Slotty-like being.
Yes, you can see him now.
Can it see me? Not currently, like I said, it's looking at me, but am I within... Could it, like, arc its head to see me?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Well, in that case... So, to cast offensively, it's 15 plus twice the level of the spell?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I'm pretty sure these things are not immune to mind affecting. If they are, that's unfortunate. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
And if I fail to cast
so now
it,
that
I
you've
just
seen
burn the
it,
spell slot in the action.
Yeah, now that you've seen it, if you have knowledge planes, you can do a check.
Would that... No, I do not have it trained, unfortunately. I was planning on taking that in a few levels.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no. And if I fail to cast offensively, it doesn't trigger an attack. It just wastes the action.
You just lose the spell, yeah.
I can live.
Yeah, you lose the spell slot.
I can live with that.
Okay.
In that case, there we go.
That looks like a
That is
fail.
unfortunate. Yeah, that's gone.
It's not a caster level check, it's a concentration check, so you might still be good.
Concentration?
Yeah.
Did I do the wrong one?
You did caster level, yeah. Concentration's
add-
a little harder to find on here. Where is it here?
That would just add 5 more, so it's not high enough. I rolled a 15, didn't I?
CC, concentration check. You can roll it again. CL, C6, and then CC right beside it is concentration check. You can click on that one instead.
Ah, I see. All right. No better.
All right.
Worthless. Oh well.
Okay.
I've done all I can do. I'm in a terrible location, and I can't even step away because people have taken my spots.
You could do. You still have a move action left.
I do, but I will get hit, and I will die immediately.
Okay. There's other things you can do with the move action besides
You
move.
want a 5-step in a particular
Do a
direction.
5-foot step. You can retrieve an item.
I cannot 5-foot step in any good location, and I have no items I particularly need to retrieve right now.
All right. Pass
Quickly
your
look through
turn
one more
if
time.
you are.
I mean, I'll draw my silver dagger, but I can't do much more than that.
Okay.
Well,
When
It
you're
happens.
ready, Asami anxiously awaits.
I've been waiting to use this ability. I've yet to use it on any play, so we'll see how it works out.
All right.
Gonna 5-foot step. Oh, come here.
Yep.
5-foot step to there.
Yep.
I have the creature targeted. and this is going to count as a bardic performance.
Okay.
So in a performative manner, she points at the water creature and says this word. Sit splicker. And it sounds like an insult comic would, in the performance wise. And it's the weird words, so it's a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
Bam. And that sucked. So the insult is not heard by the creature. So
Is it also like a language dependent?
This one is not.
This was not? Okay.
Yeah, I clicked wrong performance.
Okay.
But it is SU is supernatural ability, so it wouldn't have drawn anyway. But I kind of like being further away from the creature.
Sound strike. Very interesting.
No, this is called weird words, not sound strike.
Well, it comes from sound strike.
Yes, sound striker variant for the bard. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
So that attack failed horribly, and I guess she giggled when saying it, so it was ineffective. But it still burned a use of perform.
Our greatest danger being within 5 feet of the enemy.
Yeah. So I'll use the move action to draw a melee weapon.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'll tell you which one it is in a sec, once I remember what she has.
All right.
Short sword.
And pass your turn along when you're done. There we go. So we've got Midnight enters the game. What do you think your panther would do in a situation like this?
Well, the thing is on the roof, and the other one is in the back of the alley. She's just gonna wait.
You can definitely see. You definitely saw that creature on the roof spit some stuff down and knock the guy off the wall, and he's just kind of recovering. And you can see rather attractive young girl just make a motion and draw a sword, make a motion towards something. It looks like maybe he's on the ground, and then draw a sword. She doesn't seem to be looking up at the creature on the roof, so you can tell that there's something else going on.
Just gonna wait.
Oh, okay.
How do I pass the turn?
On the combat tracker, there's a little down arrow button right beside where it says menu at the bottom of it. It says next actor. There we go. All right, so Luna. Does Luna have
The catchphrase.
I'm a wizard.
There you go.
Luna's going to gamble. Now, Luna doesn't back up. She goes forward. What am I doing? So Luna's...
That long spear.
Yeah.
Luna likes 10 feet, I think.
Let's see here. Luna's going to gamble, and non-defensively she casts haste. And let me see if the translucent water creature has combat reflexes.
Its turn. When it last did its attack of opportunity, its turn passed since then, so it would have recovered that, wouldn't it?
It's in the same melee round, though.
Oh, it's based on the round?
I think so.
Oh, topsy-turvy. I'm so used to that not being how that works in other systems.
Yep. Okay, so let's see here. How far away?
Oh well, if I had known that, I would have walked away.
Exactly.
Oh, if I had, there goes assumptions. Oh, well, now I know. I'm so used to other editions where you get your reactions back on your turn. Attacks opportunities are not reactions; they're their own special thing. I always forget this. Oh well.
Well, it has been a few minutes since we last played too. So
Yeah.
I don't play PF1E that often, so or ever really outside of this campaign. My only real experience is like Wrath the Righteous.
An awesome game.
It's good. Never beat it though. I beat Act 4 like twice, and then I two different characters, and I never got past it.
I finished it once.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I finished Kingmaker on Last Aslanti mode.
Wow.
Yay me.
That's an achievement.
It was. On my old computer,
How
everything
painful
was
was
like 10 frames a second. It was terrible. Some of the worst video you could ever watch. But it's on the internet. So Luna casts haste, and then she steps up into here, and she's got her long spear. And she's like, let's get this turkey. I think that's what she would say. Joe stands up from prone. I don't think he has any special actions for that. If he does, let's see, where does the effects here? They changed the combat tracker a little bit. The character sheets, you notice the little symbols and stuff are a little weird.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it.
I don't know how long ago they did that, but it'll take a little bit to learn. And let's see here. He steps to there, draws a dagger, and throws. No, he doesn't step to there. He stands up, draws a dagger, and throws. See if he can do any damage. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Velkeen.
Let's take another shot.
You gonna go with a different kind of arrow? You got
Yeah,
silver
cold iron.
and cold iron. Okay. So let's see here.
Would he be able to attempt to knowledge planes first if he's trained?
Yeah, I don't think he's trained in anything specific. Naz, how you doing, man?
I don't think he's in the chat yet.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, so let's see here. When you shoot, we should. Okay, so we're gonna go to the actions tab. Are we gonna step a little closer, or
If I step closer, will I lose the angle?
if you step closer diagonally to the north, you can kind of get it like a side view. It might have a little bit of cover. If you step directly north, then you might lose a bit of the angle. Like you might only be able to see the top of its head. Thing's about 8 or 9 feet tall. Yeah, if you step into that square that you're like this one here that you're like say right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'll be fine. And you can.
Okay.
I know Pythagoras puts us a little bit over point blank shot, but I'll let you. We'll put.
I feel like you probably shouldn't worry about Pythagoras and just go with a flat plane.
Okay, so how do I
Unless the
choose
Pythagoras
the
is what
cold
you want
iron
for this game.
arrows?
Let's see. There, I didn't put any on your sheet or anything like that. So what we'll do is, if cold iron affects this creature, it'll just do full damage.
You can choose per like attack what arrow type you're using.
Yeah, but we
pretty
didn't
sure.
put it on his sheet, Arthur.
I'm saying that once you fire the first arrow, roll the damage for it and see whether that works, so you know what to draw next time.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So what you want to do is click your full attack. So that's the first one. There we go. Perfect. Looks like 20 is a hit and 18 is a miss. So roll your damage once. That's the red box. Okay, so that is going to affect this creature. I am pretty sure. Yes. So I'll put 4 points of damage on it. Its head snaps towards you and it hisses. You get another shot at your best best attack rate. So that is the third box over, the second orange box. If you click that one. That is a hit. And then you roll on the red box there for the damage again. Another 9 points of damage. So as it turns to hiss, second arrow lodges into its frog-like shoulder. And these ones don't just bounce off it. They actually sink in.
Okay, you wait on me?
Yep. I just want to know if you...
I can't attack anymore, right?
That's your full attack and your move that you can do on that round. You can
Okay,
do free
okay,
actions. You can shout out to somebody or look around or check out other stuff, something like that.
Can I heal Joe for a little bit?
No, that's enough. Spells and attacks are like a full action.
Okay.
So when you attack, it's the equivalent of casting a spell, and casting a spell is the equivalent of making an attack. So in every round, you get a move, an attack, and then what basically equates to like free actions or swift actions, such as calling out to an ally or specialized actions that allow you to do that based on your class.
Okay, then I guess my turn's done then.
Okay.
So I click next actor.
Yeah, next actor. Awesome.
Right.
Let's see, Samu's fucking. Bakai.
Feeling invincible. She doesn't just slash. She spins and slashes.
Oh, hey. There we go. That looks like it's effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's same amount of damage.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's 8 per no matter what. Zed.
Yeah. All right. Well, if I attack, I'm in the AO zone.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go full defense. Yeah, I'm going to go full defense. We're good.
Okay. Let's see what this guy brings to the table here. So, from its mouth, it's almost like a magical dart comes out and hits Joe right in the shoulder, and it starts to burn. Anybody want to do this?
That's the element or the frog-like peak?
That's the frog-like creature.
Okay.
It's the guy from the roof. He seems to have targeted Joe, who's going to climb up to the roof and face him. Anybody want to do a spellcraft check or anything like that?
Sure.
No reason not to.
How do I do that?
Are you trained in spellcraft?
Do you have spellcraft?
I think I do, yes.
I don't think we put points in it for you.
Oh. Then I guess not.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, you need at least 1 point to be trained in something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of like a wizard, sorcerer, magic caster, primary class.
Not every skill requires you to be trained, but certain ones like the knowledge skills.
Yeah,
and
like anyone can try to swim, but only somebody who's trained in certain things, certain specialized things, can know how to. Just give you a for instance. Anybody can try an acrobatics maneuver, but only somebody who's actually trained in like disabling a device kind of thing, like using an intricate lockpick to open up a door can use that. There's probably a handful of skills and spellcraft, use magic device, disable device. You have to be trained for, meaning you have to have one rank in it. And a lot of things like your knowledge engineering, that's another one that you have to be trained for. That's why it's good to have a point in that, which you do.
Okay.
So Asami, that's an acid arrow from
That was aimed at me.
Arthur, you're probably
Okay. I thought you were saying I was the one that was attacked by
no.
it.
Joe got hit with an acid arrow.
Okay.
Flavor aside, you identified the spell. It's
Gotcha.
and it looks like he was able to bring that about without a whole bunch of chanting and actions and stuff like that. So it may be an innate ability that it has. Arthur, you're probably trying to survive the water creature right now. I don't know if you're jockeying up and looking at the frog.
I mean, I was attempted to cast a spell on it.
Oh, okay. So you saw it.
I would be splitting my focus.
You definitely know that it was an acid arrow, and it's going to affect Joe for several rounds.
Conjuration makes sense. It conjured this creature.
All right.
If Joe receives healing, does that negate the acid arrow, or does it still do damage?
It still does damage, but
Gotcha.
it negates the damage. I mean,
Well, sure.
Yeah.
More damage is coming because the acid arrow hasn't resolved. Got it.
Arthur, you would know that it's going to go on for 4 more rounds. So,
ouch.
I can see the strength of the caster.
Yeah, you can see the strength of the caster. You know you're a little overmatched right here. The translucent water creature has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I roll a 1, 2, 3, a 4 or a 6, it goes after Alex again, or Zed.
You bastard!
So okay. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Critical hit and a hit.
Jeez.
Ow.
Okay. This should be the critical.
Not good.
And the hit. Ooh, okay. So the first the first hit kind of knocks Zed off balance. And the second one just kind of, almost like a wave-like arm, just thrusts him into the wall. And he just kind of hits his head on a stone part of the wall, maybe a metal pipe or something like that, and he goes down. Avis, seeing Zed go down, takes a 5-foot step that way. And I think if she uses 2 uses of fervor, she can channel energy, right?
Yes. For 2 fervor, she could channel energy as, I think, an action.
Okay. Let's see, is anybody else hurt? Yeah, Joe is. Okay, so.
And he should be in 30 feet.
Yeah, we'll unfortunately heal the enemies too.
Unless she has the ability.
Does she have select channel?
I don't think she has selective channel.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't. Okay, so instead of her doing that, she'll attack first and then try to make her way over 1 round at a time. All Arthur.
So
The
this is bad.
the water creature looks like it's about it's taking some chunks off of it. It's not completely starting to discorporate yet, but it's not unaffected by all these attacks.
It will be unaffected by. I wonder if getting rid of. No, I need to pick up Zed, or he's going to die.
But more importantly, my Eidolon will disappear after a couple of rounds.
Yeah, she's gonna. I thought your Eidolon goes away when you go unconscious immediately.
I have a feat.
Oh, you have a feat?
Allows.
Well,
yeah.
that sounds pretty important. I'm actually going to. I'm not going to step. I'm going to move here,
Okay.
which would trigger an AOO if it wants it.
Sure. We'll take it.
As I am more or less trying to bait it into attacking early, so that while it's basically recovering from that strike to strike again, I have the time to focus on my spell.
Okay, it takes the bait.
This is gonna hurt.
Ouch.
Ow. And while it's recovering from that rebound, I am going to using the power of that little spell tome that I was given.
Ah.
I am going to wreath this holy light in my fingers. So I'm going to press it upon Zed. I'm going to cast Cure Light Wounds on him,
Okay.
just to keep him from dying.
Clear.
Heal. There we go. I didn't
Nice.
target anybody with that.
Okay, let me drop it
So
on.
8 points.
Yeah, let me just drop it on you here and see if that works.
All right.
It might work, it might not work. There we go.
Yeah, it worked.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Stand
Perfect.
up. Don't die on us yet.
Oh, let me put prone
Okay.
on you, Zed. Before you, just to complicate things further.
Oh God. If I stand up and say, "Oh,
All right.
That is my turn, unfortunately.
Nice one, though.
I'm gonna
Asami.
try again. She's not happy with how that went, and I think we want damage done to this creature. So she's gonna repeat the exact movements again, saying the same word at the creature. Range touch attack. I don't know why it rolled twice. Take whatever the first one is.
Yep, that's a hit.
Okay. All right. So it's 4d6 plus 4 sonic damage. It did burn a performance check.
Okay.
There's that.
That's pretty
damage.
good.
ouch."
Oh my
That's a lot of
God.
dice.
Oh,
Okay, so let me take
I don't know why it's double clicking.
Yeah,
Just
I'll
do
take
first
the
one.
20 off.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, you did 20 to yourself. You got
I
yourself.
had targeted.
You got yourself targeted.
You had yourself targeted. That's why.
Okay.
Did it do damage to the creature?
Sure did.
Okay, so we'll give myself 20 hit points back. So I thought you had to target yourself and the creature.
No.
You don't have to target yourself. Okay.
No, if you target yourself, then you do damage to yourself.
No, you click on
Okay,
yourself,
okay.
so you select that that's the token you're manipulating.
Yeah, you click on yourself
Yeah.
first, and then you secondarily hit control and then click on the creature.
Oh, hit points. Where are you?
I can fix it up for you.
Yeah, it should be 0 wounds. So
It's got 25 on here. Do you have 5 points of damage from something?
I don't recall, but maybe, but certainly not 25. Yeah.
No. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, at least it did something to the creature. Did that hurt it?
Did you hurt yourself before, maybe?
I don't know. I think it only rolled once. I
No,
did
I
it
mean,
right by accident.
In the
both
last turn,
times.
you didn't do anything. So, okay.
All right. Well, at least I did some damage. Woohoo!
So this is actually
And,
round 3, I think.
I think I'll stay here.
All right.
Yeah. I wish I could do the Bardic Inspiration as a move action, but that's next level. So. Oh well. Get him! Kill the water thingy.
You hear the girl in the alley. She does something like almost like a magic spell.
It just shouts one word. Sits speaking and points at the creature. Yep.
And then she says, "Kill the water creature." So
I think water thingy sounds more.
water
fun.
thingy.
Yeah.
So from your angle, Velkeen, you can see like it's almost like pseudopods of water just shooting out, and you can see the like water splashing around, and you can hear the sounds of people getting thrown against walls and stuff like that. Midnight.
All right, I'm just gonna move her up, I guess.
Sure. So you can move 30 feet, or you can do a double move for 60 feet.
Yeah, you could spend your action to have her move again.
Yeah, you can use a move action as opposed to an attack action.
I don't think she can do anything to a water elemental, and she can't really climb up the building. So
She
again,
she actually can
Good
climb
jump.
up the building.
Don't panthers
I
have?
think she's got climb.
speed?
She's got a climb speed,
Yeah.
and she's
okay,
pretty good climber.
sure. If she can go up the building, sure, I'll have
Not
her
only
do that.
that, but she very likely does do enough damage to hurt the elemental. 5 DR is not that much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just more than what I could deal with because I'm a squishy sorcerer.
Maybe not the frog creature on the roof.
I think it had 10, if I remember.
Yeah. Your perfect shot didn't really do anything to it the first time around, and you know that that's more powerful than anything Midnight can do. So unless it got really lucky.
Huh. I'm sorry. Somebody's at my door. I'll be right back.
Sure thing. So let's go to Luna Nazi in the room. You might be in the room, but not in the chat.
Not in chat.
I'll give him a couple seconds because sometimes he just pops up with a spell or something like that.
Might be muted by accident.
Oh, you know what I've been forgetting? Everybody's hasted too. So so Bakai gets an extra attack and Avis gets an extra attack. So let's do that now.
Okay, so you were telling me that my perfect shot didn't do much to him.
Yeah, you saw your arrow bounce right off him.
The first strike.
Your first arrow, the one that did 10 points of damage.
Arrow.
Okay, but the second one,
because it was cold iron. But you know that Midnight doesn't have that kind of ability.
right? So, okay, I'm just gonna
Unless
have
it
her wait here.
got up and distracted it or something like that, or just threatened it.
It's probably wise to keep her nearby. You don't know if other
Yeah.
creatures are going to join the fight.
Yeah,
So you have
I'll
someone
just
there
keep
to
her
help.
right here.
I'm gonna get you also to make a perception check too,
Okay.
Velkeen.
I'm sorry. How do I do that again?
So you go onto the skills tab
Okay, skills.
and then scroll down to perception. It's also on the front page. If you hit just on the main tab, it says perk low light vision. If you just click that button, it automatically finds your perception and rolls it for you when you roll on
Where's
the
this
dice.
at? Okay, the main tab.
So the main tab, you see strength, dexterity, blah, blah, blah. Then you see speed 30. And then perk, that stands for perception. So if you click the button beside low light vision, it should give you a perception check.
Sorry, I'm trying to find that.
And the word code on that is wrong.
Okay, perk. Okay.
Yeah, if you click on that, that should give you your perception check. Yeah, okay, so the sound of combat going on and the thing on the roof and there's something in the alley. But you notice that the water level in the culvert is rising too. It looks like the water has almost filled the culvert completely. So the water level has gone up almost 10 feet in less than 30 seconds. And we're going to assume, that's just an FYI, we're going to assume that Luna can't hear us. So I'm just going to do a long spear attack. Do two of them because we're hasted.
I mean, Luna's not in the voice chat.
Not in the voice chat, but I think she's in the room. Okay, let's see if she can. All right. The water elemental is now starting to discorporate.
Thank goodness. Flush.
Joe.
Joe appears to have 2 turns.
Okay. He's in there twice. So let's get rid of this one.
I see he's also targeting himself.
He likes to do that. There we go. All right. And he's going to start climbing up again.
He's hasted, so he can go pretty far.
Okay. And Joe gets to the roof. I'm going to see here. You move silently at -10 for him to stealth. 10 points off this to see whether the creature. So 12. He doesn't have fast stealth. Perception. Oh, he can't fail it. Pretty close, though. Okay. So as Joe climbs onto the roof, the creature turns. So Velkeen, you watch this. The guy stood up. He's got like a burning arrow in his shoulder. Not a burning, but like an acid arrow in his shoulder. And he races around the side of the building at just an unnaturally fast speed and completely scales the wall of this building, all within just a matter of seconds. And now that you notice too, the people in the alleyway are moving a lot faster than maybe you've ever seen before. So there's something to these guys.
Okay. I just don't like this guy, so I'm gonna keep shooting him.
Yeah, and you've got a way to hurt him. So
yeah. So more cold iron arrows, and
you can just still do your rapid shot, and point blank is automatic, so you get the bonuses no matter what, as long as you're within 30 feet, which you are. Are you still going to do the rapid shot for the extra attack, or no?
Yes.
Okay,
yes, I am.
Cool.
So just do the attack.
Yeah,
the first attack button.
The first attack button. Yep. Oh, that was almost a critical hit. Okay, so you got 1 damage there. So hit the red button beside it. 4. Okay. And then you get 1 more attack, so it's the 3rd one over. As another hit. So the second box over. 3. Well, it's damage.
Yeah, it just keeps that. Well, it's damage that he doesn't expect to take. Cause
he's getting riddled by arrows here. All right. Any movements or anything like that? Velkeen, you've got a pretty good shooting angle right here, and you seem to have the creature pinned down.
We don't... Okay, the water is rising for the culvert, and it's getting higher.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe it's a good idea to climb the building next to me.
Okay.
Get on the building's roof.
Okay, so when you do a full action like that, like a full attack action, you can only move 5 feet, and that's just like just a general step in combat, just to kind of reposition yourself a little bit. If you want to climb up on the roof, that building next to you would take a full round of you climbing all the way up it to get up to the top of it.
Okay.
So you can do that next round?
Yeah, I'll do the next round.
Okay. Gonna say anything to anybody, or you're just gonna just silently just be shooting this thing on the roof?
I just no, I don't say anything.
Okay, so Asami, you notice that there is an archer just out of the blue.
I was going to ask if I needed a perception to see that.
No, because you can see the arrows. You can see the arrows sinking into the frog-like creature with maybe not the greatest force of all time, but it's affecting it. It's drawing its attention, and it seems to be wounding it.
And Asami knew that thing has DR, so
yeah.
Archer is penetrating its DR, which is notable. Got it.
And there is a fairly large panther beside him, like a marsh leopard, which is common to this area, but it's all black instead of spotted. Like the marsh leopards that are common to the Great Salt Marsh kind of have a mossy green coat with like really dark brown spots. This leopard, in the lighting too, it's hard to see. When it maybe catches some light from whatever light source you guys might have, or whatever light source is around, its eyes glow blue. Bakai.
Bakai goes from slightly translucent to back again.
Ah, she almost phased out.
Takes a couple of swings.
Hit.
Thwack. Thud.
Oh, it's
Thwack.
it's breaking down.
Thud.
Psh.
Oh, good.
And the water splashes down into the alley, and the
All right. I'm not an AOO. Zed's not an AOO of the frog, right?
no, the frog's 35 feet up.
Okay. And I'm going to
Stand up from
move
prone.
over here. Get up from prone.
Yep.
Actually, that's a move action. Get up from prone and do an infernal heal on myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to begin to have tendrils of darkness surrounding me as my wounds begin to stitch.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Let's see here.
I can't adjust the wounds. I was going to pull it down one. Let's see if this spell works.
That bloodstain needs to be blue, right?
Yeah, it should be blue. Should
Yeah,
it
give
just
yourself
should
fast
just
healing
turn
one
into a
for
puddle?
in rounds.
Do you
I can't
automatically
change
get a hit
my-
point back?
Yeah, I get a
Okay.
hit point back each round for 10 rounds.
Gotcha. All right, so this guy's a 5-foot stepper. Even though he could have reached Joe right away. And
Oh wait, I'm hasted. I am moving away. Sorry.
yeah, you can move away if you want.
It still takes up your entire move action in order to stand up from prone.
And I'm not. I thought I
No,
got an extra
it's
30 feet.
yeah, it's a move
You got an extra 30 feet when you move.
when you move, but yeah,
Okay.
standing up for prone is a move action.
It takes
No
your whole
worries.
movement. Yeah, you don't get a second move action.
I glance over there, enviously.
Claw and a bite. Okay. All right, from this angle, looking up, the creature kind of goes out of sight. That rooftop there's 35 feet, and the one over is 40 feet. Or I think the one over is 35, and this one here is 30. So the one that it's on is 30 feet up, and you can see Joe on the edge. The creature has moved away from the edge, so he's got some cover. But Velkeen, from your angle, you can see Joe kind of getting tossed around by this creature, and then it grabs him by the throat with his clawed hand. It's kind of holding him. In addition to,
So it's my turn again?
no, I'm just telling you what you
Oh.
can see. In addition to slapping him around, whereas the others can't really see that because they're on the other side of the building. Avis will step over and give you some healing, Zed.
Yay.
Let's see here.
What I get for getting near combat. 15? Yay. All right.
Arthur. You've lost line of sight on the creature.
I was about to say, with my line of sight broken and not wanting to be confined in this small space anymore, I'm gonna start moving my way out.
Yeah, once you get about 20 or 25 feet away from the building, then your angle, you can see them again.
Yeah. Is it Velkeen or Velkeen?
Velkeen.
Velkeen. Yeah, as you see, like running out from the side of this place, I don't really describe as this kid. He seems like he's barely old enough to drink in this, like, he doesn't really seem to have any major weapons or armor on him.
There's no drinking age in Lankhmar.
Still, the point stands. He seems like, he seems more a boy than a man, as like he runs by, like dripping wet, like clearly bruised by something. You see him glance over at you,
like even younger than the young girl who was working some kind of magic in the alleyway.
Yeah, he looks
magic?
young.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. Magic.
Yeah. You see him glance over at you, then your panther, then you again, specifically at your quiver, as Arthur did see earlier the broken shaft of an arrow, so we can assume what's going on here. He gives you a bit of a berth as he continues to move himself around. I started here, correct?
I think you started right beside Zed, no? Or just
I held down click, assuming that would show me. I'm thinking of Foundry.
That's okay.
Right
so
next to Zed, yeah.
It's like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
So, yeah.
35, 40.
5, 10, 30, 35. I think that was 35 feet.
Okay, 35 feet. You got another 25 feet if you want to.
Yeah, 25. So this would actually make it to 45 because it's another diagonal. And then 50 because I have haste.
Yeah.
How far do I need to be? Because I can move up to
right
here.
there. From there, you can see Joe getting kind of manhandled by this creature on the roof.
Yeah, you see the boy as he runs by. He moves with this great speed, but it's not that he's moving fast. Like his clothes too, like the water dripping off of him seems to move at accelerated speed, as if time has just been altered around him. Because that is what haste does, technically.
Yeah.
I find that image to be very evocative. As I move my way over there, I can now see it. What is my distance towards it? 30 feet. Okay. I don't have a lot of great options, but considering the fact that it's... Okay, he said that it's manhandling Joe. What exactly do I see?
You see it's...
As I get over there.
You see Joe bleeding from a bite in his shoulder, and you can see it's got him by the throat with its great clawed hand.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe getting ready to throw him off the roof or crush his throat or something like that.
I know the perfect spell to deal with this. Pseudo permanently. As I'm gonna go ahead and try it again. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a college try with the shadow enchantment.
All right.
Does this creature have SR?
Let's have a look. He might.
If it does, this is an SR.
It does.
Spell.
It's not, or it is.
It is.
Okay,
all shadow enchantment is just all the shadow spells are SR. Yes.
Okay, your caster level check, please.
All right. Let's hope I do well.
Ooh,
No, that's bad.
Okay.
Is this worth... We're going to level up soon, and this is very dangerous. And we get a hero point every time we level up, right?
Yeah, you guys can use a hero point here. Want to roll again?
Let me look at what I can do with it.
I think you roll again at +4.
+4 bonus.
Yeah.
I don't think a +4 is good enough, though. Let me take a quick look.
+4 wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, I didn't quite do it yet. I'm trying to see. Okay, yeah, you can reroll. There it is.
Yeah. You reroll with a plus
I was
4.
wanting to see if that was an actual option. Yeah, this seems important enough. I'll burn one of my hero points for it.
Okay.
Let me re-roll that once I find it. Even worse.
Okay.
That was concentration too. I
Yeah.
pressed the wrong button.
That's
Damn
the wrong one. It's okay. It would have been plus 12, so it would have been a 13, so it would have been even lower.
Unfortunate. Oh well. I've done all I can do.
Is there any visible effect?
Aside from the spell casting, like there is this like around the creature, like
Just like a dark
from
haze?
from Arthur himself, he is clearly like you can hear the intent in his voice, the boom in it, and like the movements. That there is something certainly not mundane about what he did. A bit of dark shadow swarms around the creature's head for a second, before it more or less just gets shattered, like glass just blasts away as its SR breaks the spell.
Nicely done.
Shit.
Good description, though.
It's all he can really mutter as his spell fails. That is the end of my turn, unfortunately. I am not doing well with these shadow enchantments. I guess I had a really good use of it last time, so fine, not have it be great this time.
Oh, sorry. Asami.
Oh, it fucked up.
Yeah, that was my fault. I clicked at the same time as. Are you targeting everybody?
I'm trying to. It the whole map changed. I had it set perfect and it shuffled it.
Let's see here.
All right, it should have everybody, all friendlies targeted. So Asami, well, look at our ranger who just shot our enemy several times, and kind of wink and nod at him. But then she's going to give a perform oratory encouragement, kind of like a cheerleader. And we got this. Kill that thing before it kills our friend, because she hears Joe going go go go, or whatever.
Yeah.
But he said ouch at least once he got up there. So, yep, we got this. It's a pep talk rally cry. Everyone's inspired. So you get these effects, and I think I just clicked the effects and it adds it to you.
Correct.
So, okay.
Nicely done.
So that was a standard action. We're still standard because we're not level 7. So a move action, I'm going to unclick everybody. Oop. And I want to get a better look at what's over here. What do I see going on with the water thing?
Yeah, the water is raising to the top of the culvert. It's probably where you guys are now. It's a more gentle slope down to the culvert. So it seems to be filling less rapidly.
Yeah.
But over by the bridge, the water is probably only about 3 feet away from the bridge. So,
can I see the source of the increased water?
Maybe this guy on the roof. Maybe it's something that it can do.
All right.
And don't forget, if you want to move, you got 60 feet instead of 30 feet.
Yeah. I think I want to be on maybe here.
Okay.
No, I kind of want up here. So I peeked around the corner and moved back. That's it for me.
Okay. Midnight. Midnight can climb up to this roof too if you want her to go with you.
Yeah, I want her to go with me.
Okay, so what you want to do is open up Midnight sheet.
Okay.
And then go to skills on the skills tab. And you should see climb. It should say plus 11.
I accidentally minimized her sheet. How do I bring it back up?
So at the very top of the game room, you should see Midnight up there. If you double click on there, you should be able to bring it up. You can also bring it up by just clicking the little piezo dolmen in the combat tracker too.
Okay, and what am I doing? Rolling perception?
Yeah. No, you're rolling skills. You're rolling climb.
Okay.
So just double click on the plus 11. That should do it. There we go. All right. Midnight makes it to the top of the roof.
Okay, and she waits for her master, I guess.
Okay, so I'll just jog her over there for you.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Luna. Let's see here.
Looks like Naz is online now.
All right. Hey, Naz, how you doing, man? Oh, maybe he's driving home. Let's see here. Hey, we can't hear you in the chat. We can see you in the we can see you in the room, and we can see your.
Hello?
There you go. All right, Luna is in the house. How you doing, Naz?
I'm scared.
Okay. You kind of cutting in and out.
Oh. I don't see him just have me do.
I'll send the map out. There you go. They just finished dispatching the water elemental and the frog-like creature on the roof. It's either a slot or some kind of demon or something like that.
On the roof.
On the roof of Rook's Roost. Done a little bit of damage to it, but it's pretty much at full steam, and it looks like it's about to chuck Joe off the roof. Maybe kill him. It's 35 feet up, or 30 feet up, and it's about 10 feet tall. You're about 10 feet away, so you can't really see it from there. If you move back a little bit in the alleyway, you get a good line of sight to it. And you're hasted right now from you casted haste earlier on. So you can see it from there.
And then,
Things that you've seen. Are you seen it spitting acid? Oh yeah, this reminds me.
oh, no, I don't.
It's 10 more points. Mage armor, you can say, is already up. That's fine. You probably would have put it on before you got to Rook's Roost. That's fine. I think everybody kind of had it up already.
I think you have haste going on too.
Yeah, we've got haste going on, so you can use haste or use cast magic missile. You've seen Arthur. Well, you haven't seen Arthur. So this is a spellcast caster level check for this one. It's got some spell resistance. Should actually be one more of those, but let's see if the spell resistance works. Give me a caster level check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's enough to break through. And give me another D4 plus 1. Or just another D4 and I'll add it. All right, another 4 points. You get three missiles for your level. All right. And we'll let you get sorted. Joe, top of the round. See if he's got escape artist. If he doesn't, he might perish. What's the CMD on this creature? 27. Off the top of your head, is that how it works? The escape artist check has to beat the CMD? Let's look it up, because if we're missing it by 1... Escape a grapple. Grappler, okay. Grappler CMD. Missed by 1. And... I think because he had a dagger out, he can try to stab at it, but... I think the escape artist is... I should have looked that up too. Shit. Escape artist is a... full round, or takes a attack action. Oh, okay, yeah. Make an escape artist check in place of a combat maneuver check. So that would be... Doesn't have multiple attacks. No. Can't move because he's grappled. Joe's in trouble. Velkeen.
Climb the building to get on the roof.
All right, give me a climb check. Go to the skills tab on Velkeen.
Okay. I see. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That's cool. Okay. And just double click it.
Yep, just double click the... Okay, that's good enough to get to the top of the roof.
Okay. Gotta hope so.
So you guys, you're roughly at the same level, and you can see the guy on the roof. He's kind of dressed in like almost like a dark gray. He's got a turban on. He's got a couple daggers at his belt, and he's frantically reaching for daggers. He's trying to get free of this creature, but he doesn't seem to be able to escape his grasp.
Can I attack even though I just climbed the building?
No, because it's when you climb at half your speed. So it would take two goes at 15 to get to 30 feet to get on the top of the roof.
Okay.
You can say something though. You can. It's always the free action. You can always. You've got a really good view of what's going on. The people down on the ground might not.
Really, my character can't really think of anything to say. Just to get ready for the next action, I guess.
All right, excellent. Bakai.
All right. Kai looks at me and goes after me. Kind of nods her head at me.
Okay, so changes the initiative down to like...
Yep. I don't know.
Let's call it 15.1. So it still goes before them, but...
Okay, or make me 15.1.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I'll just make you 15.2. Problem solved.
There you go. All right. Put a wound back on me. So, I mean a heal. So I'm down to 23.
23,
so
I gotcha.
I cast a spell on her, and she sprouts these large, resplendent bird-like wings.
Oh, this is new.
And it's what's this called? It's a spell called Evolution Surge, and it gives her 2 points of Eidolon abilities, and 2 points gives her fly.
I don't think we've seen this before, though.
Nope. So she sprouts these wings, uses her move to come up, and the opposite side, and slams down.
Almost like an angel.
I forgot to target that thing. All right, let me just target it for the... I'm assuming an 18 hits, right?
Yes.
Okay. And, yeah. Well, since she's fey, it's probably more like a woodland bird or something.
Okay.
So there's some damage. If it doesn't do any damage, next round she'll use her scabbard and...
It bit into it, but it didn't. There was a lot of resistance when the blade hit the skin.
All right. That's it. We're good. That's both of us.
You can see a bunch of cold iron arrows on the ground.
Yeah.
I don't know if that helps.
She has a bow on her back, so yeah.
Okay, so we've already done that. See the CMD check just to maintain it. So plus. So automatic. And then tosses Joe from the roof. That's bludgeoning damage as he falls. Okay. Joe crumples to the ground.
When you take falling damage like that, is the first die non-lethal and the other two lethal, or is the whole thing lethal?
Let's do this. It's a little more dramatic. Tosses Joe into the river. The river.
You better go delete the email inviting him back.
He'll need to make a swim check while unconscious.
It's all falling into water.
Yeah.
Some of it non-lethal.
Exactly.
It's lethal otherwise. Wait, no.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
if the creature. Oh. Wait.
The first is
You need to make an acrobatics check to convert the first die into non-lethal.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that piece of info. Got it.
If you deliberately jump, then it's some non-lethal damage. But if you
probably
fall, like
skilled at
unintentionally, then
acrobatics.
yeah.
I bet he could.
He was
would
unconscious
try to
when he
make roll.
fell.
this would be a good way. This would be a good way to have the character kind of be available. Maybe he survives the fall and gets washed down the river. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. So he lands with a splash in the river that's rushing quickly from the south to the north. And he vanishes in the flow. Velkeen.
I shoot him.
You've got a great line of sight. It's almost like some kind of winged fairy or winged bird, like redheaded woman. Started attacking with a greatsword from the roof just as he flung this turban man into the growing river. It's nothing's in your way though, because you're trained for this kind of stuff.
She mutters, "I'm not a wizard."
Fire when ready, sir.
I'm looking for it. Hold on. Trying to find the tab.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, there it is. Okay.
Let's see here.
Okay.
What do we got? The first attack was a miss. The second attack was a miss. Now you get your third attack. Use the third button over. This one might hit. There we go. There's a hit. Little cold iron arrow action. 12. That's a big hit. And when that hits, it turns his gaze towards you.
Someone drew aggro.
I make a rude gesture.
Okay. Come and get it, big boy. All right. Any movement or anything like that? You get a 5-foot step if you want to take it, or
maybe I'm good right here.
Maybe you've got a soliloquy in mind. All right.
Can't say I do.
Okay. Zed.
So
I did it for you.
Okay.
Give me 1 hit point, Zed.
Yes.
Okay, and then Akai decides that.
Do you want to tick down and then have Bakai go to 15.3?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. We'll go Bakai. You guys can alter back and forth. That's fine.
All right.
Bakai can go first and you can go after that. So Bakai.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't forget you've got full attack. You're still hasted.
So she's going to do 2 attacks this round, and since swinging around like a normal fighter doesn't work, she's going to try and plunge her greatsword like a dagger into him.
Okay. But it hits.
Nice.
Well, you get a little bit past the tip.
And then pulling back, she stabs again like a maniac. Digging into the hole just a little bit.
Yeah, she does a good bit of damage, actually. 10 points.
And I already did. You gave me my point. And that's it. I'm just recovering.
Okay. All right. So the rude gesture from Velkeen gets its attention, as have the cold iron arrows. But the crazy lady with the wings in front of him has kind of got his attention. Miss. She dodges.
That.
Yep, 24 is a miss. Avis. Let's see here. What does Avis have? Does she have a climb skill? Probably not. Is your bonus to hit and damage, Ray? Is that a morale bonus?
Yes.
Okay, so bless won't do anything.
Might be competence. Let me double check that.
She's going to use a point of fervor and heal up Zed.
Inspire courage is a competence bonus.
Yeah.
Oh,
the bonuses are competence. The part that resists fear is morale.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Okay.
So
So let's see here. Actually, she'll still. It's easier. She gets you. Oh, it was the fervor, right? That's what I was going to do. A use of fervor. There you go. Get you a little closer. Ate, who likes to party. Arthur.
Arthur watches as Joe sort of just gets washed away like garbage.
Yeah, he gets. he really basically gets swept into the culvert.
His head like trails him as he does, and Arthur like looks back towards the creature. He doesn't look upset. He looks more angered, as if something that he had was just broken and or taken away. As this Would you describe what current time is it? Like, are there shadows around?
Yeah, it's around 8 o'clock at night in, say, early March. So it's been dark for like between an hour and 2 hours.
Yeah, you see that some of the shadows cast like all around, some of the light sort of like
Yeah, you see, there's
and
there's lights in windows and lights, those ambient lights, because you're in the city, right? There's torches and stuff
Yeah.
like that. People have lights in their windows. Some of these places are businesses that have lights on.
yeah, some of the shadows like cast like by us, by all around, by some of the lights, they seem to flicker more and just not grow, but just seem to distort as he just gets upset. From his hand, like dripping from his fingers, like landing on the ground with a sizzle. He begins to build up this acidic bowl as it coats his entire hand. He's then going to just arc back and just softball toss it at this creature with an acid splash. Because
I'll let you.
acid splash has no. It's not SR.
Yeah, but there's a lot of these creatures are just immune. Or
But he got
have
hit by acid last time, and it didn't take. And it didn't.
the water
Wasn't
creature.
immune to it. Was it the water creature?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was this guy who got hit. Darn. That changes everything.
That was the water. Yeah.
Well, that ruins my entire idea, because even Magic Missile has SR, so I'm kind of screwed here.
That's the worst gotcha of. There we go. That's terrible. GPTCA. You got it. All right.
Deeply unfortunate, because I legitimately have very little I can do then.
You
I
do
mean, I
have
can
other
attempt a
spells.
Magic Missile.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have spells that pierce SR though.
Grab
Oh.
a cold iron arrow on the
That's-
floor and stab him with it.
I cannot do that. you overestimate my weak little boy muscles.
Okay.
Let's see
I mean,
here. It did,
I can Magic Missile. That's no harm in
you
trying.
is it just the caster level that you're worried about?
It's SR. This thing has SR. You said 18 doesn't pass, and that's a less than 50% chance for me. So,
Yeah. Okay.
there's no harm. I may as well hit him with a magic missile. Try it. Actually, no. Magic missile has an even lower caster level. That's not worth it either.
No, it doesn't matter. Your caster level is your caster level, no matter what level spell you're casting. Like with your caster level check.
I have a caster level penalty for evocation spell. A feat I have gives me a caster level penalty for them.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that existed, but cool.
It was a thing from 3rd edition that you said I could take
Oh yeah, for sure.
like a long ago.
Awesome. Thank you for self-reporting.
Well, you know what? If spells aren't going to work, I can at the very least see if this thing understands language, as I may as well just actually, do I even need to speak to it in 1st edition?
It definitely speaks the language. It was definitely speaking
No, I'm saying for
words.
intimidate. I forget if it's even language dependent in 1st edition.
What's the
Demoralize.
spell?
They're gonna demoralize. I don't think demoralize.
I don't think
It
so
can
either.
clearly see and hear you.
Yeah.
It doesn't say it has to understand me, but I think it's implied it has to understand me. I mean, I may as well give an attempt. I'll see if it's. I'll spend my action to try to demoralize it. I suppose. Is it?
That's
is
an
it immune if it
intimidate
doesn't
check.
understand me?
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Demoralize.
good thing Asami has a perfect view of you. She can take notes. Great. This is how you do it. Got it.
Well, whether or not this thing's affected is up to the creature. Before I even roll, does it have any? Can it have any effect?
Yeah, you can roll pretty high. So I mean, what's the formula to get there? Hit dice plus will
It's hit dice plus will, I
plus
believe.
15?
Yeah, plus 10.
plus
It's 10.
10. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's 10 plus dice plus will, and I have to beat that.
Okay, yeah, you can beat it.
Roll
You
pretty
got it right
okay,
on.
I guess.
You hit the number.
Excellent. It's not even that he really says much, it's that he turns his attention to it and just sort of...
Yeah. The creature
Just sort of
notices
around,
the
yeah.
shadows around
I'm going to enjoy hearing you scream.
You hear a voice in your head in a tongue that you've heard before, but you've heard it from the sorcerers of Cornwall. Sometimes when they summon a creature, they'll speak in this tongue, but you never did get to learn it because that's not really your bailiwick. But you can hear a voice in your mind. It's you know that's telepathy. So let's see here. What effect do we put on?
Hearing you scream. It's just shaken for 1 round.
Okay.
If it bypasses the DC by I think 5, it's an additional round or something.
Yeah, you hit the number. So what was it again? What was the effect?
It's
shaken.
Shaken for 1 round.
Shaken for 1 round. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just demoralized, so it's not super strong, but didn't really have any better options.
Yeah, well, that gives them -1 or -2 on a few things.
And the duration increases by 1 round for every 5 you beat the DC.
Yeah, but you just barely made the DC, so we got you for next time.
Yeah, as a small shudder down its slimy spine.
You got the vibe that doesn't speak common, and it's trying to communicate with you too. Asami.
When Joe was chucked off the building, did he make a Wilhelm scream as he went by?
No, he was unconscious.
Probably.
He was unconscious, taking acid arrow damage as he was
10,
plunging into the makeshift
20,
river.
25. Okay, that's 30. She is hasted, could move more if need be.
Yeah.
Does she see Joe?
Joe's been washed away. He's now under the
Joe's
building.
gone.
He's out of the line of sight.
Can she see the creature up here?
If you're back a little bit more, back to where Arthur is.
That's what she. Yeah, so she would continue her movement.
Yeah,
Of the
one more back will do it.
Yeah, there's this palpable discomfort around Arthur.
Yeah, but we're used to that.
Yeah, but it's amplified right now.
Yeah.
Almost similar to when he's casting his spells.
So I would say he's probably not within 30 feet, given he's 30 feet up.
Yeah, we're just using flat. That's fine.
It's just flat.
Yeah.
Well, it does make a difference because the ability I want to use has to be within 30 feet.
Okay, if you were 5 feet closer, you'd be within 30. You could see the top of his head, kind of thing. It's just easier. It's fine.
All right. So I can use that.
Yeah, you can use it.
30. Okay. So I want this to work, but it doesn't. She's not very good at it, having never done it before. So I'll use the weird words again. Now,
does it have spell resistance?
It doesn't say in the description.
Okay.
About the spell resistance.
Oh, it's a supernatural.
It's technically not a spell; it's a supernatural
ability. Okay.
Yeah. So she's going to use the weird word again, and she's going to say the word croak, but it's going to be like doesn't come out clearly as that because it's supposed to be weird, and I didn't prepare to have something more clever.
Okay.
So let's go. All right, if I'm going to target the creature and not myself.
we know that Asami is more clever than you are, right? So
absolutely. Without a doubt.
Far away.
Looks like just like okay. I don't have myself targeted, and it's a range touch. Oh come on! It was.
It's still a hit. Still a hit. It's a big, clumsy, fat frog-like creature.
Okay. So the weird words does damage to the creature.
Yep, and that's full damage.
Yeah.
And there's no resistance. It doesn't have sonic resistance.
The sonic, the whole thing is sonic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of it is sonic damage. So yeah, if it has sonic resistance, then that's not good for Asami. So.
No. Not many things do. That hurts it really bad.
Yeah. And she looks up at the archer, kind of shrugs a little bit, like I didn't cast a spell. I just said a word. I didn't say those words. That's the look on her face.
Midnight.
I will say you do.
Midnight is bored and starts creaming herself.
Okay.
I will I will say that due to some stuff Arthur has, you notice that Midnight seems to really dislike him.
Yeah.
Seeing this boy,
Midnight might actually
I don't know what
move.
Midnight does when it sees something it doesn't like, but it does that.
Yeah, maybe moves away to put you between Arthur and herself.
Yeah. You guys remember that her lingering performance keeps the Inspire Courage going for a few rounds between uses. That's why I'm able to do 2 different performances and both effects still go. Okay, go ahead.
Is Naz back? No. Magic Missile, he said. So let's see here. It is cash level check. All right. Magic Missile. We'll do it the proper way here. Oh, there it is. Doesn't affect. Trio of missiles bounce off the flesh of this creature. Oh no, Velkeen.
Oh, what?
The game
Joe did not roll well.
the game automatically will. The game room will automatically. When you're unconscious, every round you get kind of like a constitution check to see if you.
Why am I unconscious?
No, not you, Joe.
And Joe went before you, so that's why it rolled.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it keeps track of how far you are and how hard this check is, and it's when you pass the check, it's called stabilizing. So.
Okay.
That there, that just writes Joe out of the scene. Frank, if you ever watch this, Joe isn't. If you want to come back, Joe's still alive. But if you can never come back, then probably Joe died right here.
Don't worry, I'll loot his body.
No, you'll probably never find it.
Our characters are probably strongly convinced he perished.
Yes, exactly.
And if he does come back, then
it's
it'd be
like a comic book. He'll come back with some nasty scars on him.
It's like when the Emperor just kind of reappears after falling
somehow
down.
Palpatine came back.
Yeah,
Somehow.
exactly.
Who knows? Somehow.
So Velkeen, chance to heroically put the creature away. It's pretty hurt.
He'll come back in full wrap. So look,
we've got a hit and a hit.
The burn man.
2 hits for 6 points. Yep. And the next one.
Do it again.
Yep. You got 2 hits. So 16 total, and you get 1 more attack. Also a hit. For another, so 22 points in total. Will that be enough?
Nice round. Wow.
Very nice.
That's time.
Nice damage, Archer.
22. Poof. And the creature.
And another rude gesture is issued toward him while he's dying.
Doesn't just die. Like
No.
you might suspect. You've seen normal creatures die, obviously, but it kind of freezes for a moment and kind of sinks down into a puddle of slime on the roof. Bakai can get a good view of this as well, Velkeen. Sinks down into a puddle of slime and then kind of turns into a hazy miasma that kind of blends in with the mist as the creature's acidic body and its corporealness leaves this realm.
Okay.
There's a rather nasty burn mark and stain in the roof of Rook's Roost. End of combat. Good job, guys. That was a tough one.
Yeah, there was a couple times I thought some people were going to
Well,
meet their maker.
well,
I
technically.
mean, someone did.
which we haven't had in a long time.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had a character death in combat yet.
Yeah,
Knock, but that knock wasn't a character at the time we killed. Yeah.
We've not had a, like, as a player die.
Yeah.
no, not like that. No. So let's take a moment to remember Joe as we.
Does anybody remember Joe? No. Okay. Just because he joined so late, and then we only played. He only was with us for
who?
3 or 4 sessions. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the hiatus that we had to go through was just before or just after he joined. You do know that. What's the other NPC swordsman that I bring out every once in a while? The hell's his name? I can't think of it off the top of my head. It's been so long.
Our contact with the
Yeah,
I forget his name.
Avis is kind of cushy with him.
Yeah. Razabatas or
Are you talking about?
God, I can't even remember his name.
You're talking about the assassin?
Yes, the Slayer's Brotherhood
His
guy.
name, Slayer's Brotherhood. Hold on. Thought I had his name written somewhere. You mean Rakarnash?
Rakarnash, yes. Well, this guy was one of Rakernash's kind of go-to guys. One of his boys, yeah. So
He's not going to be happy.
characters remembered that connection, even if we don't. So when we report that, it's probably not going to be taken too well, huh?
yeah, not well at all. He was Rakarnash would kind of get him to do the dirty work that like you do remember Joe specifically was there the night of the body cleanup when you guys hit the temple of Sithagwa.
Yes.
So you know
I
his
think I remember he was kicking ass during that time too, if I remember right.
yeah, he was.
Yeah, well, he was our first proper marshal in a while, so
Yeah.
we've been sorely lacking.
So it's like kind of a quiet hush. You've got a stranger on the roof. You've got Joe, who's, if not a friend of Rakarnash, like an associate, disappears into the sewer system of Lankhmar, which is is extensive. The water level starts to gradually go back down when this creature is dismissed, sent back to whatever lower plane he was summoned from. And then the door opens to Rook's Roost, and Asnan Sharuk looks out. You guys didn't make a good enough perception check, but he was watching at the sliding window in the door. He had it like open ever so much, and he says, "Thank goodness you survived. Quickly, come inside. It's safe in here."
We do so.
Okay. You could make
Nothing to
I'm
pick up
doing
other
a
than a
sense-
nice
well,
arrow.
yeah, you can make a
How-
sense motive, or you can trust him blindly.
How friendly are we with him?
Well, you just had
It's been a while.
yeah, you had a weird little meeting with him where you got the vibe that he was trying to warn you that there was something dangerous around, that he maybe wanted to tell you more, but he was very standoffish at the same time. He didn't appear intimidated by you guys at all, but at the same point in time, he was intimidated by something. You can imagine if this creature was hanging around his abode, that might be it. Your sense motive, he seems genuinely happy that you guys survived. And he's got the door open, and he's kind of looking around.
Tommy looks to the roof and sort of does an inviting with her hand to, you helped us out, come down,
Yeah.
and meet us.
Velkeen climbs down with the cat in tow.
Okay, yeah, you guys, it's an easy enough climb down. And then you enter into, basically it is, this is a large opium den. I don't know, how familiar are you with Lankhmar? Are you a new arrival, or is this, like your old haunt, Velkeen?
New arrival.
Okay.
In fact, the smell really offends Velkeen, and Midnight decides to wait outside.
Okay. All right. So inside the I'll shoot up a map. I'll give you the description. Wooden stairs crawl up the alley wall towards a second-story awning that shelters a stout iron door, roughly etched with blackbirds. Strange scents waft from the door's barred porthole, which is now open, and the door itself. And a thick haze blankets a large room within that is crammed with cots and couches. So some the man that's at the door, this is what he looks like. He's probably about 5'3", 5'4", and he probably weighs about 120, 130 pounds at most.
And that is an uber mustache.
It is an uber mustache, and the skin, it looks like it was heavily scarred, either from maybe burns or acid or something like that. The turban is legit, though. You know, he's got a big hawk of hair behind under that. He waves you all in and locks the door behind you. And he says, "Thank goodness you were able to deal with that creature. Will it be back?"
It would be prudent for you to tell us exactly what happened here.
About 2 weeks ago, that creature started using my establishment as some sort of base for itself. It's got some sort of concoction going on upstairs where it's taken my customers and it's draining their blood. I've been kind of powerless to get it to leave. It's the Brotherhood of the Spider, their power play, their creature. I do not wish to be associated with them any longer, but I've had the lingering threat of that thing hanging over my head.
And you notice there specifically because?
The threat from the woman. She's cut off my normal connections. She's told me that this is to become a shiver den as well. The book, that creature killed that man and took that book and the key that he tried to sell me. That's what they were looking for. Killed him
Do we
out.
know what he's talking about when he says that woman?
No.
It's been a while, so I don't remember what's new and what's not.
You remember that Asnan Sharuk told you that you had to fear a woman by the name of the Excommunicate. Probably some kind of priestess of Mog. She was a priestess of Mog before this whole splinter sect thing happened. Yeah, an ex-priest. You know that Mog is a common deity in Lankhmar? It's the spider god. If you listen to any of the stories, there was a time when the Grey Mouser was on the run from the spider god. This is some kind of offshoot of that faith based on their... You don't really know. It's an offshoot of the faith, and they're worshiping a deity that you've come across the name Mog Lothar. So some kind of... there's Christians and then there's Presbyterians. Or my rudimentary understanding of the Church of Jesus. There's like the whole bunch of different faiths, but basically the same God. Knowledge religion.
Knowledge religion. I don't know if that's good enough to know anything.
Yeah, you know for a fact that Mog is fairly common, and then these guys are the Brotherhood of the Spider, and there's some sort of entity that they're worshiping named Mog Lothar. It can't be a coincidence. Beyond that, though, you've never really heard of this Mog Lothar until you came across I think you came across the name in a book.
Oh, okay. Maybe heard a story.
Maybe someone's journal.
Yeah. Sami recites that, but then looks at Avis for like further elaboration.
Yeah, let's do a roll for Avis. She might have some of that stuff. She might not, though.
The one that runs the church. She's the religious one.
Yeah, well, she's not really up on all these Lankhmar religions. There's a whole street full of it. And it's chaos out there, man.
Yeah. So nothing new.
And it's changing every week.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a new madman on a box, and next thing you know, he's got a church up the street. And then they're gone. But you do know the name. I'll type it out in the chat if I can hit the right buttons. There we go. Mog Lothar. And Mog is commonly known as the spider god. I think sometime way back in your travels, one of the rumors you picked up on the Street of the Gods that there was some kind of schism in the Church of Mog. It's not unusual, though, when you get these temples. It's kind of like,
I know it probably sounds evil with the spider and all that, but does it have a reputation of being evil or
yes,
just creepy?
Creepy and evil, yeah. But not illegal.
Right. Well, nothing's illegal here.
Except freelancers. Got to be a union man. Where were we in the convo?
Asami wants to make a point to thank the ranger for the help. Appreciate you jumping in there. Certainly your bow made the difference in that fight, and we appreciate it.
You are quite welcome.
Avis says you happening along was timely. We just hope we didn't keep you from your regular business.
It's no trouble.
Avis is probably about 5'5", 5'6". We got a good picture of her here. See if she has. She's decked out in heavier sort of armor, and I think she's got she's got like a chain shirt, and she's got like a pretty funky looking khopesh. That's like one of those Egyptian ceremonial swords. She's got a whole bunch of tokens of protection around her neck. Let's see here. I don't know if we have a picture of Avis. She's quite attractive. She's dark. She's got skin that's almost you catch it in a certain light, and it's almost like a marble or a granite. It's just got like a dark skin, and you can sort of see every once in a while you see like a little like a vein of lighter material. It almost looks stone-like, but it's definitely skin. Let's see, who else are we describing? Luna. Luna's kind of really thin, elf-like. No armor at all. She's got a really long spear. Little bob cut. Big eyes. She tells you that she's a wizard. I'm a wizard.
You're going to hear that a lot.
We'll let everybody else describe everybody else. you've seen Arthur in action. What does the Sami look like?
Sami, well, in our terms, she looks Asian, so she would stand out. But there are, what's the cook?
Even Marency is.
Yeah, so that she looks like those types of people.
But she has hair, and you know that in that part of the world,
dark hair, definitely, the skin complexion of those type. It's also very well put together and braided. She looks matter to her. She's wearing leather armor, but around the armors look pretty close. You thought she had a rape in her hand, but you don't see it anymore. And she has a little handbag at her hip, and she looks at you like, we just do our thing.
And Bakai looks like kind of like or I'll let Zed describe Bakai.
Yeah, Bakai is almost like a cat in nature, in the sense that she'll stare at you for no reason and then lose complete interest. And just something off. She's obviously not quite human, very Fae-like, and easily tempted. She wears absolutely no armor, but is very difficult to hit. And, Zed is, as a half-elf, and whenever Bakai is present and Zed is present, they each have like a tattoo on their neck that glows. When she's not present, which we'll find out in the future, the glow doesn't happen on Zed's neck.
And Bakai's got like red hair. She's what, about 5'6", 5'8"?
About 5 foot. No, 5 foot on a good day.
Oh, okay. So she's shortish, but she's even though she looks like thin, you watching her in action fighting, she's quite powerful. She's wielding a sword. You don't see the sword anymore. You see just a dagger at her belt.
Yeah. It pulls out like one of those Japanese game swords from Final Fantasy.
And let's see here. I think we got everybody. So Asna and Sharuk will give you the... he says, there's 100 gold rilks in it if you can get rid of that abomination in the 3rd floor of my establishment. And I will forever be in your debt.
He's talking about the woman?
He's talking about... He says that he's calling it the demon, the frog demon. Has been conducting some sort of experiment and has crafted some sort of creature upstairs that is draining the blood from my customers.
So a different frog demon than the one that was outside?
That was the frog demon. That same frog demon, 2 weeks ago, came in here and kind of took over with the excommunicate. He doesn't know her name. That's all he knows her as. She's a dark-haired woman, probably in her mid-30s, but she looks a little younger. She's just in tight black leathers, and she has a whole bunch of spider motifs all over her leather armor. And she had this strange sickle that was kind of segmented. You can flick it out into straight or curved that she threatened him with. She had like some powerful magic. And that she called this creature here, and the creature's been here, intimidating him ever since, making sure he toes the line.
Well, with the creature vanquished, when would you expect her to stop by and be upset about that?
She hasn't been back since, so I don't know if she has some sort of connection with it or not. But I think all of my men, now that we're aware, we could probably handle her, but we couldn't handle that creature. But that creature has constructed something on the 3rd floor.
All right. So we need to go hit that thing now, or recover and hit it.
We need more information about it to begin with.
It's
An important question to me
It's
is,
like-
does it have any sort of mind to it? Any form of intelligence?
You imagine if you took a human body and took all the skin and bones out of it and just filled it with blood and magically infused it somehow that it was able to maintain its shape.
Sounds mindless to me.
That's
Endlessly frustrating as that is.
Is this like the gibbering mouther we faced? Asami asked that because we remember we faced it and identified it in one of the other buildings.
Yeah, you guys can let's see here. I guess it would be knowledge arcana for this one.
If we fight another 10 monsters that are immune to mind affecting, it keeps happening. So I expected there to be more monsters.
You could have affected the. In all fairness, you could have affected the Hydro Demon.
I could have affected the demon. Yes. I just couldn't because I rolled that. That I could have affected. I can't be upset about that.
That's weird.
You said Arcana?
Yes.
No, that didn't add up correctly. Oh, it did. It did. Never mind. It's good. It is.
Yeah, your count is untrained.
He says if the creature created it out of the blood of people, you don't know exactly.
That's why.
Maybe some kind of.
There we go.
Some kind of. You want to think golem, but you've never heard of a golem like this before.
Well,
like maybe some
bring mouther.
Kind of almost sounds like a homunculus of some sort, but a much bigger and more powerful. And alchemy is not really your thing. If you had to put your finger on it, it sounds almost like a flesh golem, but made of blood instead of flesh.
And golems are traditionally mindless, which is unfortunate.
Keep your money, sir. We're leaving. And we'll pick it up there in 2 weeks. Welcome back, guys. Good.
Thanks. We didn't level in between, did we?
Let me give you experience points for that encounter. $6,400. I don't think it'll do it, but let's remove Frank. Frank sent me a note saying he didn't think he'd be able to be back. So that cuts down on the split.
Say it ain't so, Joe. Yeah.
But if, like Frank, if you're ever out there, you're always welcome to come back and miracles have happened. Save you from having to re-roll a new character. Joe is available with maybe a story to tell. All right, so that puts everybody at 32. So another 2,300.
Okay.
So maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks.
Cool.
Man,
Glad to
this
be back
last level has
playing,
taken us like 6 months, 7 months.
I know.
Well, it's the difference between the medium path and the fast path for the experience points.
We'd be like level 9, I think, with this much XP.
Let's see how I can check and see here.
With 32,000?
No, I thought he was meaning that it took 6 months to.
Yeah, fast. You'd be almost 8th level.
I was just joking because we haven't played since July. So
Yeah, we'd be almost 8th.
Yeah, I'd be almost 8th.
Mm,
Good.
2 weeks.
Can we be almost? No. No, we cannot.
That felt good, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I needed that. Velkeen, did you have any questions or anything like that? Anything elude you?
No. It's kind of like riding a bike, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
we'll get a little more in depth as we go. But I think the basics, that's pretty much it. So I think we're pretty much good to go.
Definitely did a large portion of damage to the frog creature.
Yeah. Yeah. And feel free to write down X amount of cold iron arrows. They're pretty common. Same with silver arrows. Take as many as you want. Oh, you have the that thing too, right? Does that affect your?
What thing?
Do you have the quiver?
Efficient quiver? Is that what? Yeah.
Yeah.
He can carry 60 at a time in that quiver.
Oh, okay, cool. So
Then
we
the
don't.
rest can be in his pack, you know.
Yeah, so we don't have
The
to keep
quiver,
track.
he pulls-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say let's start with like 60 of each or whatever like that. That's good. And we don't have to keep track of it. And you can just fire
Yeah.
a row.
If you use 60 arrows in a combat round, it was a pretty lengthy combat round.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Or a lot of haste and multi arrows and
Yeah,
rapid
yeah.
shot.
Yeah, he didn't even get the haste. So he would have had another shot on top of that.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah. So when
I've done
Well, you didn't get it because it has a limit of range.
yeah, you have to be within 30 feet of the caster.
Yeah.
that mythic game I had a multi-shot, rapid shot, mythic, but it was like, I don't know, 8 shots in one round. It was crazy.
Holy crap.
Yeah, Mythic is fun. That's what the Mystic Thurge, that was the Mythic game too.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah. That one, we played that for 2 years, and at the end, I think everybody was like, and we're done. It was Gestalt and it was Mythic, and it was just...
Yeah, that's way too much to keep track of.
Yeah.
Were you in Roll20 too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, it was Fantasy Grand.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, at least there was some automation. But unless you're an expert on effects, it would just be a lot to keep track of.
It was just at the end, I was like, I can't do this again. I like simplicity. This is simple.
Yeah, for sure. Well, good game, guys. I'm going to decompress a little. That was that felt like doing 10 things at once, which is kind of cool. But my brain is a little fried.
Coming back.
Well, it's I missed you guys, so glad to be back on the mean streets of Lankhmar. And it's good to see that the core is still intact, which is nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, I think the starting, Arthur, Zed, myself.
Yeah,
You're starters, right?
Yep,
Oh,
Yeah.
and starter, yeah.
We were day oneers.
yep.
Back when our worst nightmare was a weak vampire.
An underpowered vampire.
That took some effort to track down and get.
The I based the first adventure off of an old AD&D adventure, one of the Lankhmar ones.
It was fun. I didn't know where it was going. It was creative.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a one-shot, so the vampire wasn't supposed to be as underpowered, and she was supposed to transform and get her powers. But, it worked out good. And
well, I like this. I like not playing an adventure path where I feel like I'm just getting ready for the next encounter.
Yeah, it's nice, too, in the city, because you guys have ever decided you want to do something else. It's always available to you.
And, I'd recommend, if you haven't tried the Audible first 2 or 3 books of Lankhmar, they're really fun.
I really recommend the Swords Against Deviltry, which is that's the kind of the backstory ones where Fafford is dealing with the Snow Women, and the Mouser uses black magic for the first time.
Yeah, I really like the mouse one.
Yeah, you like that one. That's the one I really don't like.
There was a piratey one too.
I think that was the start of the mouse one.
Yeah.
Where
there you go.
There was where they met the guy on the dragon, French True Hearts. It was just like, all right, what are you doing, Fritz?
But he runs into them 2 or 3 times through the books.
And and I really like the swords in the mist too. That's one of my favorites. That's the one with the cloud of hate.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite passages in literature. Just the beginning description of how the cloud of hate comes into being. It's just cool as hell to me.
I got hooked. My trips down to Florida, since I do a lot of driving for it. I just listening to that, but the later ones I can't get into.
No, because they're not great. Can I make a recommendation for you? Clark Ashton Smith.
Hold on, I'm going to write it down.
So that was he was a contemporary of Lovecraft and Lieber and Robert Howard and stuff like that. And he's got he's got like 6 volumes in Audible. That's where I get mine. So, like every month, I get one included. You get a credit.
Yeah,
I'll grab one.
What author did you say?
Clark Ashton Smith. Some of the
Stark, is that it?
What's that?
The Eldritch Stark.
No. This is a story called The Dark Eidolon, which is kind of cool. Which I think maybe...
There it is. 1935. Wow.
Yeah, he's awesome. Some of his stories are been passages that I've played. The last 2 that I played were The Book by Lovecraft and Ex Oblivione by Lovecraft. There's going to be a point in time where I'm going to give each character one story to listen to, and it's basically an experience that you have before something happens. So it's going to be kind of neat.
Okay.
But yeah, I really, Clark Ashton Smith is my my bedtime go-to.
I know what that's like.
I like his kind of fantasy more than his sci-fi, but it's in his little collections. Like he's got like 20-story collections. He doesn't have like it's too bad he doesn't have like the complete works of like they do for Lovecraft. But
there's a lot of money to listen to too.
Yeah, I think that you go with the 5-volume ones. It's like a collection of short stories as opposed to just getting the one short story. Off the top of my head, there was Vintage from Atlantis. If you hang on a second, I can just grab my my iPad.
Yeah, sure. Looks interesting. I'll have to try it. I listen to books before going to bed sometimes.
It helps me get to sleep, honestly.
I usually just pass out, but my wife makes fun of me because I can just fall asleep in 5 minutes.
Not me. It takes work to do that.
All right, let's see here. What collections do I have? Vintage from Atlantis, The Maze of the Enchanter. These are all stories, but they're just there's also a collection of stories, and this is the title that they go by. There's The Last Hieroglyph, The Door to Saturn, and The End of the Story. Those are the collection of short stories that I recommend. And of those stories, like the wizard Malagris appears in quite a few of them. Well, not quite a few, like 3 or 4. So that's where I got him from.
Well, in a couple of weeks, I gotta drive
There's
up
a
to
story
Charlotte
called The
one
Death
day,
of
Savannah the
Malagrease,
next, and
and a
Atlanta
story
the next.
called
So I'll miss.
The Last Incantation. There's
I'm
a
gonna
story
roll out,
called
guys.
The Double Shadow where
All right.
Malagrease is just mentioned.
Gonna catch up 2 weeks from
And
today.
there's a lot of Book of Ibon stuff
That's
too.
right.
There's Ibon is actually a character in the Door to Saturn, and another story that name escapes me,
Yeah,
but it's pretty
I'll try
awesome
'em out.
stuff.
Yeah.
You guys listen to any lit RPGs?
What do you mean?
Audiobooks they fall under a genre called lit RPG.
I don't know what that is.
Do we think we need the room up for anything? Does anybody need to do anything to their characters or anything like that?
Not that I
Can
know.
you
of.
hear us, Kneebone? I don't think so. I don't. Can you hear
Did I
us?
lose
Hear us?
everybody?
Yeah, he can't hear us.
No, I can't hear you. Okay,
Ah.
so it must be my thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You can hear me talking, but I can't hear you. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna log off and I'll turn off the recording. Great game, guys, and shoot me a message if you need anything in the next couple weeks, and if not, I will see you 2 Mondays from now. But I just for Keith, so he knows, in the schedule announcement section, I always put it up there because sometimes we lose track of what weeks we're playing. Cheers, guys.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Good to meet you, Keith.
Yeah, you too.